There seems to be a significant change coming to personal transport with a move towards electric vehicles and autonomous or self-driving vehicles. Now, if in the Western world it becomes the dominant mode of personal transport, what else may happen at the same time? Well, there are likely to be some direct changes and also possibly some unexpected indirect changes. It's probably best to start with direct and more obvious changes first. Now, depending upon the extent of the change, exactly how the regulations work in each country, change is likely to lead to an increase in the number of people on the roads. Journeys in electronic autonomous vehicles are likely to be quieter and less stressful with something else doing the driving. The air inside the vehicles will also be cleaner than is currently the case. All of this will likely lead to people to take more journeys and also to take longer journeys than before. Also may allow more people to drive, so those of you that previously been prohibited from driving for various reasons now able to drive. Also, new drivers may find it easier to drive, either due to easier driving tests or to lower insurance premiums. The interesting question will be how the increased traffic flow will actually work in each country. Will the new technology allow for more vehicles on the road? Will governments increase the capacity on the roads? Or will huge traffic jams of autonomous cars cause chaos that various systems can't work their way out of a gridlock situation? That question is certainly up for debate. With more people able to drive themselves, it's also probable there'll be a significant decline in the use of public transport, as more people have the equivalent of an electronic chauffeur to take them to their destination. However, whilst public transport may see a drop in usage, what's undeniable is there's going to be a dramatic drop in the use of taxis and other similar modes of transport, probably resulting in a significant increase in the number of unemployed drivers out there. There's even a possibility that you could order an autonomous taxi to take you to your destination. Now, one of the less obvious changes that might occur is in the use of bicycles. Currently, two of the major reasons why people don't want to cycle is the amount of pollution from car exhaust and the dangers of being hit by other road users. And both of these factors start to decline dramatically when you have both electronic and autonomous vehicles. The bicycle use is likely to generally increase, but especially within large urban areas where the distance for the majority of journeys is within the range of a bicycle. Urban planners and governments will also need to take into account this increase in volume for cycle journeys. Also likely to be some impacts on health services, most of which are actually going to be very positive. Less pollution will mean less heart and respiratory diseases. More cycling will lead to a drop in obesity and diseases like diabetes. Reduction in driving-related stress may reduce the number of incidents of high blood pressure. But most importantly, if autonomous vehicles meet their safety expectations, the number of driving accidents should drop dramatically, reducing both the number of deaths and serious injuries caused by road accidents. However, whilst this reduction in accidents is going to be positive for the vast majority of the population, it also means there's a significant drop in the number of available healthy organs donated for transplant. The total impact on health is likely to mean a fairly dramatic increase not just in life expectancy, but also in those living to a relatively healthy and active old age. As longer vehicle journeys become both safer and more comfortable, individuals may also be inclined to undertake these journeys more on a regular basis. It may have an impact on where people live, as they move out again from the centre of urban areas and commute even greater distances than they currently do. It could have a significant impact on urban sprawl. Now, depending on how autonomous driving finally operate, they also have a dramatic effect on policing. Many of the traditional crimes that road traffic police are responsible for preventing are actually minimised by the introduction of new technology. It's also likely to have a wider impact on the whole legal system, as much of their work is likely to disappear or radically change. And what's less clear is the general effect on fossil fuels will actually be. Switching over to electric vehicles will of course means that oil won't be used directly to power vehicles, but Still, the electricity will have to be generated somewhere. That electricity will need to be stored, converted, transmitted. There'll be inefficiencies in the system that will result in some forms of power loss. While some countries may rapidly increase their renewable sources of electricity generation to meet the increased demand, others may rely upon burning of fossil fuels to fill in the energy gap. However, there could also be a Jevons paradox in operation with electric vehicles if institutions are ill prepared for the change. As it becomes easier to use a personal vehicle, the distance travelled by the vehicles increases, the amount of fossil fuels then used to power the vehicles might actually increase rather than decrease. What does seem obvious at the moment is that many governments and companies are paying really close attention to some of the direct consequences and opportunities of widespread adoption of both electric and autonomous vehicles. However, some of the other related issues don't seem to have generated anywhere near as much focus. The disruption caused to society caught unawares by the impact of these changes could really be quite significant.